Hello, welcome to Thinktank, where we're having Hawker Hurricane Day. Hawker Hurricane. 90 years ago, the very first Hawker Hurricane made its maiden flight. We've got one here in Birmingham. We have one to represent the ones that were made at Austin's in Longbridge, what I like to think of as the 300 Austins, out of 14,000 that were made altogether. Now, 300 isn't that many. Of 300, 4/5 of them were sent to the Soviet Union to help in their fight during World War II. Of those, 20% were lost at sea on the Arctic convoys, which is a terrible thing to think that every lost aeroplane means a sunken ship somewhere. Out of the Austin 300, a Russian one is the only one that still survives today. It's in a museum in Moscow after being restored, found as a wreck near Murmansk in the north of the country. Of the others, most of them went to the Far East to help in the fighting there. Some were held in the Middle East, in Africa, and they were flown by pilots, not just from the Royal Air Force, but from the Indian Air Force, South African Air Force, and the Royal Hellenic Air Force with pilots from Greece, all flying Austin-built Hurricanes. Roughly half of the ones that didn't go to Russia got broken or had accidents somewhere along the way that stopped them working. Turns out 4 of them were actually shot down in combat. 3 of them over Burma, what is now Myanmar, and 1, the very, very first one that Austin built as a Hurricane, was shot down over northwest France. The pilot was a Polish man, Józef Żulikowski. He got a lovely story. He'd started the war as a pilot in Poland. He'd escaped from Poland and gone to France. He escaped from France and came to Britain. He flew for the Air Force. He got shot down over France, but he escaped. He got away with the help of French people. He made it all the way to Spain and there back to England and rejoined his friends in the same squadron 6 months after he'd been shot down. They thought he'd gone forever. And the next day he turns up and says, "Hi guys, I'm back." He liked Britain so much, he chose to stay here after the war, stayed in the Royal Air Force, and actually died at the age of 92 here in Britain. So that's the fate of at least some of the Austin 300.